Quote, you will never understand the pain of ignorance until it happens to you. And I say again, ignorance will make what you don't know bigger than you. Yeah. Fine. If you're seeing this face for the first time, you're welcome to my channel. This is TDM Empire, and in our empire, we do everything on this channel. To my returning subscribers, you guys are doing well. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you guys. So I said, let me quickly make this video. Yeah. So, how should I start this story? How should I start? I really want to quickly brief you guys on what ignorance can cause in human life. It can cause a lot of damage, a lot of pain in human life. What you don't know will be bigger than you, and you'll be wondering after you know it, and you'll be wondering like, oh my God, so this is just it and I don't know. Joy Arrow, thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for enlightening me a lot about this. You know, Joy Arrow is a YouTube content creator. YouTube channel, her name there is Joy Arrow. So I watch a lot of her videos and I learned a lot from it, and I got emotional, so I decided to share this with you guys. So, story time. So it's postpartum depression. Oh my God. So I watched Joy Arrow's video, and she made mention of postpartum depression. Then I went to Google and Google it, what is postpartum depression. Then I understand a lot what the cause is, what can be the cure, and so on. And I learned that God, I've passed through this kind of a thing, and it was hell for me. I won't lie to you guys, it was hell of a depression for me. It cost me a lot. It almost cost me my life. It cost me pain. It cost my family pain. You know, what you don't know. Oh my God. Let me just start it by saying that I started 1 week. I went into labor a week. I was in labor, going and out of the hospital when I was in labor for 1 week. You know that pain, that serious pain you have, like you want to deliver right now and the baby's not coming. I was going in and coming out of hospital thanks to Gabby Krause. She was always there. Whenever I call her, she's here. Even at midnight, she would come take me to the hospital. There is no water dropping from my body, nothing, but the pain was there, was consistent, and I always go to the hospital, come back for 1 week until I couldn't anymore. Then I have to tell them in the hospital, I can't do this anymore. I have to stay in the hospital. Then I was in the hospital, and they were saying, okay, let's see today, maybe the baby is going to come, because I was scared of cesarean section. I've been through the cesarean section before and then don't want it anymore. So the second day in the hospital, they were like, okay, we are going to you're going to go through a cesarean section. Then I said, okay, fine, if it's God will, I'm going to go through cesarean section. I was scared. I was so scared. But because I was so scared, but by God's grace, I went through the cesarean section and come outside. It was no pain until the night. Oh, I never knew the pain was more than even the labor pain I was having after cesarean section. The pain I had was more than the labor pain I have had before having the cesarean section. I fainted 2 times in the hospital. 2 times. You can see how the pain is when I fainted 2 times. They have to take me to IC. ICPU or is it plug all these things in my body to check what is wrong? Why am I fainting? Did they forget anything? Is there anything wrong with me? 2 times the pain was, I couldn't stand up from the bed. 3 days I was lying on the bed. I hated myself. I was yelling, I was shouting, I was crying. The pain was unbearable. You know, my husband comes to visit me, I will frown, I will not be happy. I don't know what is wrong with me. I was just, even the child I gave birth to, I couldn't pay attention to the child because the pain was not something I can bear. It's not something I can bear anymore. I couldn't concentrate on the child. When the child is crying, I can't stand up. It was too painful. I started hating the child, hating anybody that comes near me, even myself. I find it very difficult to take care of myself, to take care of the child I gave birth to. Okay, fast forward to when we reach home. I reach home. This depression get to the extent of me and my husband will have a lot of quarrels, a lot of misunderstanding, that he doesn't understand what I'm passing through, and I don't understand myself also. Like, just the little things, I will get angry, I will yell, and he will be like, what is wrong with you? And he's just going to let me be and go and sit somewhere and don't talk to me. And now he will be yelling, going around the house, just doing anyhow, just throwing things away, hitting myself. I went through this. I went through this all alone. I went through this all alone, in pain. Didn't know what's wrong. I was just in pain. I was in pain. I was doing anyhow. You know, still now, sometimes when I still think about it, like, oh, look at what I passed through. I went through a lot in giving birth to this, my last son, which I'm taking for the last, by God's grace. I went through a lot. It almost took me my life. Yeah, it almost took my life. But here am I today. My son is 1 year and 6 months now. And here am I, alive. Who am I not to glorify God? Who am I not to thank God for what He has done? So, I get to understand now, like, that all those things I passed through was called postpartum depression, and there's something you can do to it. You can go to a doctor. You can explain to your doctor. They will have something to do to it. If I have known this for a long time, if I have known this before entering into giving birth to children, once I start feeling it, I will know what to do to myself. But because I was ignorant of it, it turned to something else for me. Till now, sometimes when I think about it, I still get emotional, I still cry. And that's it, guys. I really thank you, Joy Aero, for sharing this. I really thank you. Thank you for enlightening me. That is why it is good to share more, to watch people's video, even when you don't even know them. You don't know what you can learn from there. So I just bumped into the video, then I watched it, then I learned a lot from it. So thank you so much, guys, for watching.